Hello, family. You're welcome to another episode of The Best Man. Guys, you must be the best man. If the best man means asking this lady three important questions, these questions are gamey. So, if you are not ready to put these three questions that I'm going to share with you into use, please, you can just look for another video to watch because this video is advanced. This video is advanced. And so, I want to see you do well and get the best for yourself. Remember, you are the best man, and the best man deserves the best. Listen, you are interacting with a certain girl, and that girl you believe is the best girl you can ever have. Fine, let's say this girl is a hottie or it's a baddie. If I say it's a baddie, let's say it's 9 over 10, or maybe it's 8 over 10. A hottie is a girl who most boys or most men want. So a hottie is a girl who has all the boxes ticked. Maybe a skin color, her body, her height, the kind of physique or curvaceous body she has, and all that will determine who a hottie or a baddie is. So a baddie is that girl that every boy wants to have on their bed. So that is a baddie. Now, what it means is that a baddie knows herself. A baddie knows that she can have options. So a baddie knows there that she does not have scarce resources when it comes to getting men. She knows that she's the pick. She's a choice of most men, and so she can just deal with any guy he likes. And depending on her mood, she can just write any guy off just because she knows that she can have men at her beck and call. And so, listen, a moment with a baddie should be a life-changing moment. Listen, a moment with a baddie should significantly advance your game, advance your chances of getting her or winning her over. Listen, it is important that if you are dealing with a baddie, you must build a sexual attraction. It will not do you any good for you to be in the friend zone because, listen, for fine girls, a hottie or a baddie, they know guys want them. They already know. And so, with all these numbers that is always coming in, the influx of men trooping in with their proposals, they will look for ways to disqualify you. They will look for ways to reject you. And so there are certain things that you do. They will just assess what you are doing and use it to disqualify you. Therefore, it is important that when you have an interactive session with a baddie or a girlfriend, maybe you've gone out on a date or you've met with her and you are seated at a table or you are just hanging around or doing anything like in person, it is important that your interaction with her should advance your game in making sure that you get her to fall for you. And so in this video, I'm going to share with you three questions that when you ask her, she will completely see you in a different light. Now, the very first thing I want you to ask her during your date or during your in-person session with her, because perhaps you may have had conversations with her on phone and all that. This one, I suggest that you have it in person. It is not a good thing to do it over text, over phone, or over phone call. It is best to do it either video call or in person. Now, the very first thing I would want you to ask that girl is, what is your guilty pleasure? What is your guilty pleasure? Listen, like I told you, this is not an easy route to take, but it will help you significantly because it will immediately move you from the friend zone to my romantic boyfriend, or the nice boy or the nice man to the bad boy. Because girls, like I told you, they are drawn to bad men. Because bad men give them experiences. Bad men make them feel a certain way. A bad boy or a baddie will make a girl feel a certain way. That is the reason why a bad boy will be able to clap the most finest girls in campus, in your school, in your area, just because of the way he makes her feel. Now, I want you to let that girl see you in a different way, and by so doing, you make her feel differently. If you're able to trigger a girl's feeling, she would be drawn to you. And I'm telling you that one question you can ask her is, what is your guilty pleasure? Now, what is a guilty pleasure? A guilty pleasure is the thing that you do that most people don't know about. A guilty pleasure can be something that you are very embarrassed to talk about it or to discuss it, because it is something that people do not expect you to be doing, or people do not expect, and society does not really encourage people to talk about or to do. But most people have, almost everybody has a guilty pleasure. A guilty pleasure could be watching movies late at night. A guilty pleasure could be sleeping without no underwear. That is a guilty pleasure. You just feel like you want to wear just your nightie, and that is all. A guilty pleasure could be anything at all. Could be taking a bottle of Coke each and every afternoon at 12. That is your guilty pleasure, and you want to take it without anybody seeing you. A guilty pleasure will be combining certain food delicacies, because you know that when people see you combining these food delicacies, they will think you are nuts, or you are from a different planet. So a guilty pleasure is something that you don't want the others to see. And so normally people are not comfortable sharing what their guilty pleasures are. Their guilty pleasures, they will only share it with people they really trust. So when you ask a girl, what is your guilty pleasure? What you are trying to say is that you suspect that she might also have something. And for her, she will think you are quite daring enough to want to poke her, to want to know something that hitherto she wouldn't even open up to anybody. That means that you are not asking the regular, what food did you eat? Where did you go? What are your plans for tomorrow? What do you want to become in future? No, those are platonic questions that when you use them, the girl will not see you as a guy that she can have something romantic with, or she can have something sexual with. Remember, the key and the idea, the agenda here is for her to see you from a romantic perspective. You want her to see you from a sexual attractiveness perspective, not the normal friend zone. Because if you are friend zoned, you must as well just look elsewhere and consider a different career. But if you want to get this girl, ask her what your guilty pleasures are. And when she tells you that this is a guilty pleasure, then you can turn it around and say something for her to feel that, okay, with this thing you are saying you're doing, well, it is better if you do it this way. You can suggest so that she will know that you can even be a rough rider. You can even be something worse than what she was trying to cover or hide. This will make her feel like she has somebody to do bad things with, and that is a game changer. Now, the second thing I want you to ask the girl is, so what is the craziest thing you've done in your life? What is the craziest thing you've ever done in your life? Each and every one of us has done something very crazy. You can be doing threesome. A threesome can be a very crazy thing. You understand? Now listen, when you ask her this question, sometimes she will think she does not have to tell you this. But you see, you should let her know that you are good at keeping secrets. Hey, what is the craziest thing you've done? I promise you, I'm not going to tell your mother. I'm not going to tell your mama. I'm not going to tell your daddy. You can keep your secret with me because I am very good at keeping secret. So you can just go that route with her. Just ask her, what is the most craziest thing you've ever done in your life? Everybody has had something done before in our life. We've done one thing or the other before. You understand me? So if you say it you don't say it with a very keen eye. You don't say it with a very mean face. You say it with a very relaxed facial expression, a very open facial expression, where she feels there's the chance to bear it all. Do you understand? Ask her what is the craziest thing she has ever done before. A craziest thing can be sleeping on the bed throughout the whole night without any dress, without wearing anything at all. It can be the craziest thing she has ever done. The craziest thing she might ever have done was use the washroom and then slept in the washroom in a room, and then woke up the following day, or maybe took 5 bottles of wine at a go, or alcohol. She just did something very crazy. Do you understand? So the craziest thing is to just hit at her innermost being. What really drives her? Because sometimes what drives you can determine what you do, how crazy you can become. and I want you to poke her in that respect. Now, the very last thing, listen, if you don't have balls, don't do this, because when you do it, it suggests to her that this guy, oh, I think this guy just wants to F me up. This guy just wants to get into my guts. This guy just wants to clap my cheeks. And she will just immediately, it's a two-side thing. It's a two-edged sword. It might either cut you, it can pick you up, or it can break you down. However, depending on how you pose the question. Now, this will make her a bit uncomfortable, but depending on how you ask her, she can give you a very good reply. And so I am suggesting to you that during interaction with her, ask her this very last question. So, I'm imagining something. What color of underwear are you wearing? Or what is the color of your underwear as you are seated by me? I'm not saying that. Oh, I can see you are wearing some hot one. Then she will say, oh, no, that. When she responds with, my color is red, for example, wow, I think you are a hot girl. Like, red signifies fire. So you're a girl, you are that girl on fire. Are you that girl on fire? Then you see, she will just loosen up. She will just listen. I've tried all three before. In different circumstances, in different situations with different girls. I've tried, so I have not asked all three at a go with one lady before, but I have used all three questions with multiple ladies, and it really advanced my game. And I'm suggesting it to you, please. I want you to move from that nice boy to that bad boy that the girl would want you. You know what I mean? So please, I'm suggesting to you that if you do this, girls will see you differently. That hot girl will see you differently. Like I told you, because she's a hot girl, she has a lot of guys, and everybody is trying to walk on eggshells around her. People are just trying to play safe. And she knows that because she's a baddie, you are playing safe. You are trying to play safe. And so the moment you act very nonchalant, you act as if you don't care, because listen, you are giving it to her whether she likes it or not. And that will make her feel, okay, so this guy doesn't even care what I feel about what he's asking me. There must be definitely something about him. Maybe it's either he gets girls easily, girls like him, and it's obvious he's obviously a high value man. Listen, you would realize that certain girls fall for the most commonest of men, or fall for the most ordinary of men, just because the guy makes them feel a certain way. I want to push you to do this. I want to encourage you to go on the same route. Go on the same route. It is challenging, because when you do it, the girl will feel challenged. Because for once, you'll feel like, this is quite refreshing. I went out on a date, and I was able to open up, even do certain things that I thought that I would not do. I was able to just come out of my shell, because all the other guys were asking me, what do I want to become in future? What is my favorite color? What is my favorite food? Where do I want to go? Where do I want to travel to? Blah, 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 blah. All those questions, they are for friends. It is for friends. Come on. But if you want to get into her pants, I suggest this route for you. It will instantly move you from friend zone, boyfriend, bad boy zone. So I leave you with this. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and share your views and comments. Please, I would also appreciate if you can make your questions and concerns known, because I will respond to them. I will see you again in the next video.